There is drama in this YouTube street, and the issue itself is about Castor medical
on the
appeal.
street. So what? If I personally as OT have supported towards the goal, which is supposed to be what everyone is supporting towards. So what? Nikki with the CKY, you're welcome. Maybe
That
today I'll not laugh.
Is talking about jealousness on the street.
Maybe.
And about that video, we are going to unravel if there is jealousness, from which wing, from which quarters, because it's speaking a lot of issues that needs time to be addressed. Well, perhaps let me play Deemwango's video. Then from there, we are going to deliberate on the two videos that are so coming for illustrative purpose, so that the gist will be unraveled.
You know, sometimes I choose silence. For those who have been watching me for so long, in most cases, I just choose to be silent. And I thank God for having that gift, because I truly understand not everything needs to be addressed just like that. You know, most of the things that don't really deserve my energy, I don't waste my time addressing them, because I'm like, you know what, at the end of it all, it's going to be fine. Or those who are smart enough, they can get to understand.
And Wango is addressing numerous rumors that have already been peddled in this YouTube street, most of from the lazy gang. And perhaps this is the reasons why On Trending came verbally to attack Deemwango plus the brother David Jr. If you listen to the issue of Castors, all of it will form a tangible, illustrative video that is making the lazy gang to be more jealous of Deemwango and David Jr. going forward. So what is happening with the issues of Castor? The issue of Castors, we are going to address it at the progression stages of the video. So if you're coming across this video for the very first time, kindly click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in after the break. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sinazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, the drama unfolds at the backdrop of Castor's sickness medical appeal. Because what is going around, Castor has been sick for a period of 1 year or so. And the issue was broken to Deemwango, and Deemwango was told to be so confidential of it, never to share it anywhere. Well, that one are the number of the things that also creating the problems along this YouTube street. The question I will ask there, was Deemwango so rightly to be so confidential as was told by Castor? Yes, of course, because the confidentiality of a patient itself, the confidentiality of the person who trusted you with the information to let you know what is bedeviling her, should ever be kept secret, because Castor confided in Deemwango, and that is what Deemwango put it as a secret. We never had David Jr. come with it on the social media. We never had it about Deemwango coming with it, to rant with it, running with it for viewership in this social media. Perhaps in between these issues, what lies is the confidentiality of a patient was breached, and this is what we want to talk about. Perhaps On Trending does not understand confidentiality of anything, because with him, with her, she's raising things that are persona non grata, things that doesn't matter, things that are not making sense, her own creation. But we are talking in the midst of the confidentiality of a patient, a confidentiality of a person who confided in Deemwango that this story should never be leaked. Yes, the lazy gang came up and took this story, ran with it, and started ranting with it to mint money with it for viewership. Perhaps let's listen to On Trending, then we'll get to know what is the complaint of On Trending, whether On Trending is genuine or not, or which trajectory and direction that On Trending is putting forth,
because that is petty AF, stupidity.com. Allow me to use that word today, because I was like, what is the issue exactly? Is the issue that you did not come first to share the news, or what is the issue? Are we okay, guys? Are we okay? So then my ex-grandson will come and open his mouth. Oh my God, these guys are scammers. Oh, I'm like, yo, I will take you back to the receipts where you are scammer on the streets. And you have the audacity to even sit down and wish us sickness on top of what is going on the street. And I'm like, what sort of human beings are these? Heartless human beings. You don't understand the tingo. You don't know what to say on the street. You just open your mouth to speak like fools. Excuse my language today. Amidst all these guys, someone will come and still wish haters sickness on top of your baby, on top of the lady you introduced on the street. You cannot even respect what is going on right now and shut up and wait for drama tomorrow or the next day. You still just culminate everything, put everything together, and you're still coming out to wish people what? Sickness. May it come back to you tenfold because you're not thinking. I've looked at this boy and I'm like, hey. So what is the issue? Is the issue about you and your sister, or what is the issue exactly? Again, I repeat, the goal is the same, to raise funds for the person in question. So what is the problem?
Now, that is on trending and is calling all these things to be petty and BS. If you listen to her keenly, therefore, the opposite is true. Then, verbiagely, who exude things that are so petty and BS, then she is the beholder and she's the one exuding exactly what she's saying. This is the reason. While I'm listening to On Trending so keenly, one need to ask a question pertinent, that how did the lazy gang got the information that Castor is sick? They got it from Masubo One. How did Masubo One got the information? So the Masubo One itself is a leech. This is the leeching agent. They will go in as far as to peep onto anything, then grab the information that was so confidential and come and put them on this YouTube street. In as much of not only breaching the trust and the patient confidential, which is a right to the patient itself, they've gone ahead of even intruding into the family's matters and family's business. They ended up calling Castor's mom. You know, it would have been so prudent if Castor's mom or the parents would have called one of the lazy gang and leaked the information or sought for help from there. But in this case, Castor's mom never even called them. Castor's mom never even sent them any other kind of a story, of a medical appeal. Yet, the lazy gang's own volition to go as far as finding all this information, calling Castor's mom, recording Castor's mom, then come up with this information to attack Deemwango and the Ayamaros family. So this is where the problem lies, that On Trending doesn't want to understand. In as much as Castors need medical appeal and people need to contribute, but the process on how On Trending and the gang themselves have landed to that kind of trajectory, that kind of appeal itself is wrong. Because I'm hearing you so well that you're saying the objective is the same. I want to tell you, objective is not the same, because your only objective with this medical appeal was to taint Deemwango's and the Amaras family's name plus David Jr. So the objective here is not the same. If you're saying that your objective is to raise funds, no, the objective of the lazy gang plus On Trending is to taint and discredit the Amarwas, the Deemwango's family on this trajectory. Things that Deemwango was told to put in secret, into confidential, to protect the Castor's image going forward. Because when Deemwango was told that, the patient really knows the reasons why she was saying that. Yet, On Trending is coming up over here with an issues, going around and start castigating Deemwango, which I found it so laughable at the face, because you don't understand. The issue at hand herein, it's about the confidentiality of a patient, which is so right. And you're not talking about it. You're talking of an objective, which is not an objective. What you're talking about is the end result. Money contributed, it is the end result because people need money. But on what platform? On the platform of negativity, because now there is all drama that are now surrounding this medical appeal, whether people will contribute or not, but the negativity that comes with it from the lazy gang itself has already ruined everything. There is no way Deemwango has complained that no one should contribute to this medical appeal or medical funds. It's the lazy gang creation. That's why I'm pointing negativity that is coming out from the mouths of the lazy gang themselves. There's no way David Jr. has ever termed that no one should not contribute. I haven't seen. If you have seen it anywhere, could you please share with us so that we get to know? So all these are the stories creation. And another objectivity and plus the end game of the lazy gang in this forum, with the Custer story itself, it's about to create divisions between Custers and the Deemwango's family and the Virginia. Remember from that time, long time ago, they've been asking questions and peddling lies. There is countless number of reactions from on trending, suggestively and substantially pointing out that Deemwango and Custer were not in good mood. They were no longer friends. I can remember. So the continuation of this kind of vexation, that's because of the medical appeal, was to go and stir the water and stir that kind of rock itself so that maybe the boat might sometimes capsizes. But when we waited for the Deemwango narration of what really took place, which means the lazy gang were discounted from their lies back then one by one, and everything was dismantled, and really put them on a very precarious situation, and suggestively and acutely pointing the lies that all the lazy gang have ever been speaking about Deemwango. How many number of times have they said Custers and Davy Jr. are no longer an item? How many number of times have they said Custers and Deemwango are no longer an item? Maybe at one time they were saying, because I remember JT and Training was saying there was some money involved, that these people, that somebody conned somebody's money. Yet there is no evidence pointing to that. I remember all these kind of negative reactions going forward. And that's why I'm telling people the end result of the negative reactors running with the story of Custers was not in a good faith. That's what we call the Yubarimai Fidei. It was out of a bad faith, which means their main thing is like to create division. It's division that they want to create. And there's the secret behind such kind of them calling and running a call. It's about to create divisions going forward. So when on trending comes on this camera telling people that the objective is one, no, the objective is not one, because there is no objective of lazy gang that will be the same with the objective of the Deemwango and the positive reactors themselves, because you're on a trajectory to detrimental, tend to the reputations of other people, and to the platform, and to peddle lies, because these are the lies that Deemwango came and told you point blank. And you remember all of it. Guys, because I don't want to talk about these issues so far, because they're main issues to destroy. Let's listen to Deemwango. When Deemwango start now counting their journey with Custer one by one, then you'll get to know the lies. And if I heard on trending asking the question, was it the issue of running with the story, that where was Deemwango when this story was being broken? This is the culture of the lazy gang, because they always give an applause of whoever break an issue first, not knowing the privacy or the sensitivity of the matter. So Deemwango came in to discount you, and Deemwango give an explicit explanation about the whole situation, and you'll get to know who's the lie and who's the objective going forward. Perhaps let's listen.
Because she was taking a break from content creation, and I truly understood as to why. But when she did that, everybody was like, so why is Custer not creating content? Oh, so what happened? Oh, they're no longer... sometimes it's crazy how people can be so judgmental. The world that we live in today, I'm using the word some people are just so judgmental, and they think like they know everything, even when they don't really understand. If you don't know the story, don't judge, okay? If you don't know anything that is happening, don't judge. So a lot of rumors were spreading. Oh, Dee's young brother and Caster, they're no longer together, they are split. Dee is no longer Caster's friend. Like a lot of bullshit was being said on the internet. But you know, sometimes I choose silence. For those who have been watching me for so long, in most cases, I just choose to be silent. And I thank God for having that gift, because I truly understand not everything needs to be addressed just like that. You know, most of things that don't really deserve my energy, I don't waste my time addressing them, because I'm like, you know what, at the end of it all, it's gonna be fine. Or those who are smart enough, they can get to understand what's happening even without me opening my mouth, okay? So a lot of rumors were going on, but she shared with me when she was actually in Mozambique. She told me she wasn't feeling well. And she told me, Dee, please don't share. You know, when somebody tells you don't share, it means don't share, okay? So she was feeling unwell and she went to hospital, and she first told me, Dee, I've been diagnosed with breast cancer. That was way long when she was in Mozambique. When was it? It's long, it's last year. You know, last year, I think October. Yes, that was last year, October. So she told me she had been diagnosed with breast cancer, but, you know, the doctor told her it haven't spread, and she wanna be undergoing treatment and she gonna be fine. So guys, you tell me, if you are in my shoe, somebody tells you that, how? Because I'm human. I understand how she feels, what she goes through, and she has shared with me. I cannot just come to the internet and say, oh guys, stop saying me and Caster, we are not friends. This is this and this and this is happening to her. And she told me, Dee, do not share. What do? You keep quiet. You know, you keep quiet until when the time
explicitly
is right.
an explanation that Deemwango has told us, that sometimes things and lies that are being peddled in this YouTube street doesn't deserve the energy, because they're just negative energy. So the negativity itself sometimes destroy much more important things that's already been realized in this YouTube street, the good deeds itself. Now, those are the lies. They said the relationship between David Jr. and Caster was normal. Deemwango are no longer talking with the Casters. Now, from the horse's mouth, Deemwango tells you they're even communicating with the mom. They've been in communication for a very long time. What Deemwango was doing was just playing to the tune of Caster, never to leak out the story that is so confidential of a patient without approval of the patient itself. But the lazy gang have taken this story and run about with. Now they want to play a victim. You know, they want to play a victim, because you don't see there's a break that's already happened. The only thing that you see, you are just praising about who broke the story first. You are asking where Deemwango was. So Deemwango has told you the reason why she never spoke about that one was about the confidentiality that he never wanted to be in breach of. But the lazy gang story and the scenario is to be controversial, being sensational, and mint money and views. Get some quick fixes from one place to the other without considering the confidentiality and the privacy of the patient themselves. So these are the things. So with me, the way I'm thinking is like Deemwango have scored highly. Until Deemwango was told by the Caster's mom that she's receiving calls from strangers, and strangers are disturbing her with calls, and all these kind of calls is about intruding about their privacy. But because Deemwango has known everything, now she gave Deemwango go ahead to come into the limelight, tell this story, put it out there so that the medical appeal itself could be normalized. And that's why Deemwango has come up to clarify all this information and all the story. So Deemwango was not responding to on trending, never responding to any other kind of haters. Deemwango was giving us a status update, which was emergency, that now with the time, the approval and consent was given by the parents and by the patients as well. So if you want to contribute, go ahead and give the contribution, but without no drama. Because drama, the negative gang always thrives in it. That's what gives them the viewership which at the end translates to money. And that is the big problem, and this is what they wanted. So the objective that On Trending is ranting about is not objective of a goodwill to contribute. If at all, if your objective of goodwill to contribute, at one point they contributed to Nairobi teacher, but what the end? They're the same lazy gang who went back and talked to the major contributors who started attacking Nairobi teacher. And they're the same people who reminded Nairobi teacher of how they helped him when Nairobi teacher was sick, being treated. So there is nothing substantial positively that can come out of the lazy gang. They will contribute to you, then they're the same people who will remind you how they helped you. So that's the lazy gang. So the end objective of the lazy gang medical appeal to Custer is just geared to create vexations, negative reputational or detrimental to the MRWAS, to the Deemwango as the juniors, and also to make them appear more appealing, yet they are not, because they grab the information. They were never given information to do. They grab information. They stole that information in as much as you want to contribute. But how many intention will get to the point if we process that information so rightly? You know, let me tell you one thing. If at all we have the message and we have the holder of the message, if the beholder of that message itself is tainted, then as well that message is as rotten, can never be trusted. For example, if you're a politician and more of the things like you are sending a representative to go and represent you somewhere or in a certain function, therefore it happened that the representative itself has got a bad character or is a wizard or is so wicked, therefore that person's reputation as the characters mirrors you who sent him or her. Therefore the lazy gang, dipping their hands in that kind of a broth itself, has spoiled the broth. They are not there with good faith. They are not there with good aim to contribute. They are there to contribute, to get content, create division, and to spoil for the MRWA's names, the Deemwango's names, the Virginia names, congressman's names. So the issues and the objectivity is detrimental. So guys, let me know what you think at the comment section. Until next time, this is Celia.